trying to get my hair because shit, it's out. Then it's gonna make the video darker. So it is what it is, guys. We're gonna work with it. Once again, this is your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense, bringing you the gospel according to me when it comes to these fragrances. You guys know how I am. I keep it all the way 100. If I don't like something, I straight up don't like it. If I love it, I love it, and I'm gonna let you guys know. Um, of course, I'm not really gonna try to deter anyone from not purchasing a fragrance because everyone should have their own opinion. Uh, just because I don't like something doesn't mean that you shouldn't like it. Uh, I'm just here for guidance, and I'm trying to find somewhere to prop this up so I won't have to hold it. Okay, so I'm basically just here for guidance. If I find some great cheapies out there or some decent ones, they don't have to be great. They can be just some pretty good ones. I'm gonna find them, let you guys know about them, and then you determine whether you want to purchase them or not. Um, with that being said, I'm pretty sure from you guys seeing the header what this fragrance is about. This is Invictus Aqua, and let me try something real quick. A little bit better, I guess. All right, so like I just said, you already know what this video is about. It's about Invictus Aqua. This is one I did a first impression and an unboxing on a few days ago. I found it at Marshall's, I believe it was, in the women's department. How I got in that department could have been one of many ways. It could have been someone just having it in their cart or in their hand, moseying on over to that department and just leaving it, or excuse me, or it could have been uh, a worker who just didn't know what it was and just stuck it in that department, or it could have just been a lazy worker who didn't want to take the time to put it where it's supposed to be. Whatever the case may be, never, ever, ever walk into a department store or a fragrance store such as, or a discount store such as TJ Maxx, Ross, Burlington, Ross, what did I say? Ross, TJ Maxx, Burlington, Marshalls, Bells, any of those stores, discount stores, without checking the women's section. I have gotten into the habit of always going and checking the women because they do have fragrances that are men's fragrances that usually pop up over there, especially on their clearance tables or clearance shelves or racks or whatever they have. But I'm pretty sure you guys watched the video. If you didn't, go back and check it out. That is where I picked this one up, in the women's department. It was a live video. I was in Marshall's. And I actually have been wanting this fragrance for some time now, ever since I actually got my nose on it. I think I smelled it in either Belk's. Excuse me, guys. I apologize. Either Belk's or Ulta. One of the two. I think I smelled it in Ulta first, and then I started smelling it at Belk's. But I've always wanted to get my hands on this ever since I've smelled it. And I ran into it, and it was $44.99, so about 45, 46 bucks and some change, $47 and some change, whatever. And now I have it. Pretty bland box. It's basically the same as the Intense and the original Color difference may be different, but it's pretty much the same layout. Still has the wings with Invictus. Then it'll say intense for intense version. This one obviously says Aqua Paco Rabanne. This is a 50 ml bottle, 1.7 ounces. Nothing on the sides. The top has the Paco Rabanne. It says PR. It's a big P and a little R inside the P for Paco Rabanne. If you can see it, it's kind of hard to see. But anyway, the back of the box just has basic information. This says 2017. Um, the bottom has code, scan, a bar scan, UPC, ingredients, and you can see the batch code punched in the box right here at the bottom of this. And this obviously, I believe, is 2017 or 2018. I think this is 2018 reformulation. I did get one of my subscribers to look it up for me because I was driving, actually on my way to another store in Florida, Jacksonville, and he looked it up for me. So thanks again. Thanks, John. Uh, I did get one compliment so far from this wearing this morning, and obviously you all know, as I've said time and time again, there's this one chick that always has something to say. She either says it's too strong, it's too loud, why you spray on so much. And she said today she was walking behind me and she said, "Ooh, you almost took my breath away." I'm like, I'm just done with her, man. Like, she is so fucking annoying. Um, I got a compliment earlier this morning before I even ran into her. Somebody said I smell so good. What is that? Can you get my old man some? Um, but anyway, man, I mean, I can see this being a little cloying if you spray on too much. And maybe I did spray on a little bit too much. But nobody else said it, you know, that it was bad or it was too. They just said it. I smelled good. So whatever her problem is, she gonna have to deal with it, not me. But it smells amazing. Uh, my honest opinion, this does not smell, and it could just be the batch that I have. This does not smell as superb as people online make it out to be. They make this fragrance out to be like the best fragrance that Paco Rabanne, the Invictus line, has, and I don't think so. It's nice, but I think Bulgari Aquamarine, in my opinion, smells better than. It's not as clawing as this one. This one has the knack to grab at you when you have this on. So that's why I said, yeah, they did say that the first batch was the best batch made. Um, I haven't smelled the first batch, but this one has a tendency to get kind of powdery for some reason. But like I said, in my personal opinion, I think Bulgari Aquamarine, to my nose, smells better. Um, there are people who just like Invictus or Paco Rabanne in an entity itself, and they'll live and swear by it. And I'm not one of those guys who's gonna sit here in front like, "Oh my God, this is the greatest fragrance ever," because to me, it's not. Um, is it worth purchasing? Yes. Um, but not for more than what I paid for it. 44, 45, $46 probably would be the max for me. 50 at best. Anything above that, I wouldn't even go. I wouldn't even pull the trigger on it. Um, I could think of a few other aquatic fragrances that are probably better smelling than this one. Um, to my nose on certain parts of my body, I can still smell it, but I could be anosmic to it, or nosmic, however you say it, by now. Um, Other people may be able to smell. I can't even smell it on my shirt. So it could just be I haven't sprayed more since I sprayed on this. I didn't want to, do too much because this, I believe it can get cologne. And she might have been right. Like I said, it might have been a little too much because I sprayed 2 sprays behind each ear, 2 on the back of the neck. I did the outer parts of the backs of my hands once a piece. I did my forearms here, and then I hit my shirt 1, 2, about 3 or 4 times. So that may have been a little much, but I always spray it on before I come in the building. So when I got out of my truck, I sprayed it on, and it gives it the air out and dry down. So either way it goes, I did get compliments, and one not so great compliment. Um, and as you already know, this was released in 2016, and I have my notes here. Released in 2016, and it has top notes of grapefruit, yuzu, pink pepper, mid notes, marine accords, and herbal, violet leaf, notes, ambergris, woody amber, and it says it has moderate sillage and is long lasting. I can't attest for the long lasting part because, like I said, I can't smell it anymore unless I put my arm or hand, which to me makes 10 cent by now. I've had it on this morning, and it is now like 20. And I don't know if people can still smell it or not. I haven't left out of here in a little while now. I just came back in here probably about an hour ago or close to it. So it's kind of hard for me to give you guys a true assessment. Now, projection, I probably got about 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours of decent, good projection. Uh, Longevity, I can't tell you because, like I said, if I just go by what I'm smelling right now on my hands and arms as a skin scent, that means it's still going. So that's longevity. So about 6 hours right now of longevity, if you want to base it off of that, which is not bad. It's still going. So people say they don't like the trophy look. They say it's cheesy and all that crap, but who gives 2 fucks? It's not about the bottle, in which sometimes the bottle pretty nice in most fragrance cases, but I don't give 2 shits about what the presentation looks like right here. The juice inside is nice. All that matters, it performs, it lasts, and I'm happy. So now that that's out of the way, now I have to get the original Invictus. I just have to pick and choose when I wear it because, like I said before, a coworker of mine has it. He even talked a little bit of smack today when he found out what I had on. Matter of fact, the female that told me that I smelled good, she asked what I was wearing, and I told her what it was, and he looked at me like, stole my swag. And I was like, boy, you don't even got this. You got the original Invictus. And he was like, I got the Intense version too. And I said, yeah, okay, but I have the Intense version too, but you don't have the Aqua version. So, as always, he thinks I'm stealing his swag or his whatever you want to call it. It is what it is, man. I actually wearing the same fragrance. Any questions from anybody? I see I was up to 5 or 6 viewers. Now I'm down to 4. So, if you guys have any questions, you can ask me now, or you can just leave comments down in the comment section, and I'll respond to it. Because it is past lunchtime, and I need to be trying to go to lunch. But I'll give you guys a few minutes if you have anything you want to say, you want to ask, you want to add to, maybe you and you want to give me your opinion real quick. It depends on what the price tag is. If you find this for more than $50, I don't think I will pull the trigger. But then again, your nose is gonna be better than mine, um, different than mine, I should say. Um, like I said, Bulgari Aquamarine to my nose smells better than this, and I paid about $40 or $45 for that one. So, what's up, player? Um, that's just my opinion, though. You may go into Belks or Ulta or wherever you can get a sample of this at, Sephora, whatever, and you might smell it and you might fall in love with it. But me personally, um, I think it's worth between the $30 to $50 range. Anything more than that, I wouldn't do it. Reason being, Cuban Winter is a beast on me. I'd hate to spend cheddar and it not be good. Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't smell like Invictus Aqua. It smells like the original Invictus, and they don't smell nothing alike. Cuba Winter smells more like the original Invictus than anything else. And if you don't have the Aqua version, um, you might be able to go get it because it does smell different. It's more of a aquatic and powdery versus the original Invictus, which is just sweet. It's more like 1 million sweet to my nose. I bought mine from Marshalls in Jacksonville, Florida, and I actually didn't find it in the men's department. Someone stuck it in the women's section, and I have a habit of checking the women's department for fragrances because sometimes you can find some decent clearance fragrances on that side. People usually stick it in the wrong area, and luckily I didn't find anything that particular day. I think Calvin Klein summer edition and something else that I found, but somebody told me it wasn't worth it. So I went over to the women's department, and that's where I found this sitting on the shelf. And if you go back and watch the video, I think it'll say something about shopping at Marshalls or shopping something. You go back and watch that video, and you'll see Aqua 16 is good. Yeah, that's what they say. I haven't smelled it, but that's what everyone says online also. The old batch smells more like the original. Yeah, John, I wouldn't know. I take your word for it though. It probably does smell like the original. Bought on eBay for regular price. Everyone else was charging 200. Yeah, it's the prices get inflated, man. Especially when it comes to the original edition, the 2016, because they know they can get the prices because people are gonna want it. And me personally, I don't want it that bad to where I can I don't need a vintage version of nothing. Not for them prices. It's definitely not worth the crazy price people be gouging. Yeah, I just said that people do price gouge a lot, especially when a fragrance is discontinued or it's kind of hard to find sometimes, and people know what certain things are worth. Even if it's not worth it, I've seen people jack up prices on shit that shouldn't be worth no more than $15 or $20, and they selling it for like $150. But it's jackasses in the world who go out and buy it. So he had 3. Should have copped all of them. If the prices were good, yeah, you probably should have copped all 3. That's when Robes 08 told you about dinner. Yeah. Summer. Yep. Supply and demand. Yep. I'm gonna sell my midnight after you told me about. Yeah. John. Because before you even told me, I know Bath and Body Works sell their fragrances for at least around, you know, between 25 and like 40, 50 bucks. And I knew it couldn't have been more than that. But being that it's discontinued, and it probably was a good fragrance because I liked it. Um, and I think I said it smelled like Blue de Chanel. Um, Once I saw the price on it, which was what I said, like 160 some odd dollars, I was like, man, he got something on his hands and he don't even know it. That's why I posted it and said how much it was. Like, that's crazy. And if the bottle is still somewhat full, you know, you probably can get that. Just not from me. I got Blue. I can send it. Yeah, I mean, sample. That's cool. I've smelled the EDT version, and they have a new what is it? Eau de Parfum. I know I was in Belks and I seen three different bottles. I seen the Eau de Toilet version. Um, it was like two other bottles, but the newest one I smelled, to me, smelled the best because it was like a little more woodier, and something else was in it, and it smelled good. It smelled like Blue de Chanel still. It just smelled like a better version of it. But me personally, I can't fork out that kind of money. And if the price does come down some, I'll buy it. But um, it is what it is. Just don't project. I don't know. I mean, you could be right. The EDT version, which was the first one that came out, they said that it didn't have great performance, longevity, and projection. And then I think the EDP came out, and they said it was better. Everybody swore by it, said that it lasted longer, it projected better, it smelled better. And then a third version came out not too long ago, and I did smell that one, and I mean it smelled great to me. But the EDT version, I don't mind having it because I reapply. I just know it smells good. I like it. I just won't spend a coin for it. Sauvage EDT. Um, yeah, I mean, if you want to package, send a little small sample of it. I'll sample it. I don't know which one I smelled. Ulta, I have smelled one before. I didn't bother to look and see if it was EDT or EDP or nothing like that. That's how I knew that I didn't like Sauvage that much because of that. It smells like it has some kind of pepper or something in it, and I didn't like it because it made my head hurt. And that's what made me buy Ventana. Ventana doesn't have that peppery type note in it, but it smells exactly like Sauvage to me. But yeah, if you want to send it, you can. I'll definitely do a review. And John, I haven't forgotten about you. I do. I am gonna do the rest of them samples that you sent me coming up soon. I was gonna wear one today, but I ended up grabbing this real quick because I was running late. So I just grabbed the box and went on out the door. So don't think I forgot about you, my friend. I got you. I'm gonna get the rest of those fragrances reviewed. And I also did get the syringes today. They're in my bag, so I can send out the sample of. I'm curious if the ladies will love Fierce. Uh, I think so, but I don't have enough of a sample to get me through. Cause you know them little sample bottles are not equivalent. The sprays on those aren't equivalent to the original, 40, 30, 40, 50 to 100 ml bottle. One spray will probably equal one of those little sample bottles. So it's your most complimented. I'm pretty sure it is. It smells amazing. I like it. The the coin for it though, it's still such a highly sought after fragrance. Fierce and I forgot the other one that they have. But both of those are highly sought after because it's talked about a lot still on YouTube. And I looked it up online and the prices are still kind of ridiculous to me. I mean, it's not like out of price range, but to me, 70, 80, $90 to me in my world is too much. Yeah, First Instinct. I want that one too. Both of those smell good. I think I smelled that one. Hopefully, I already have some fragrances in my shopping cart on Fragrance X. I got like 4 or 5 in there right now. Um, Pretty much a bunch of fragrances that have black, the word black. Some stuff that I haven't heard of. I didn't go out and get like Prada Luna Rosa or Carbon or whatever you want to call it. I didn't buy nothing like that. I bought some stuff that I have never heard or seen before just to try. I read the note breakdowns. If something has tonka bean or something sweet in it, or some kind of pineapple or something in it, then I put it in my shopping cart. But I'll go back and look again and see what I can find, and I might swap some things out. But right now I got like four different fragrances that have that black name in it. Yeah, funny story. Versace um, Mano Fresh, great fragrance, highly talked about when it came out. Nobody really talks about it as much as they did before Arrows and all that came out. So I wanted Mano Fresh, and I found Mano Fresh in TJ Maxx. I bought it for, I think it was like 30 some odd dollars, somewhere around in there. So I got it. I got in the car. I sprayed it. I smelled it. It smelled good. A few minutes later, I smelled it again, and for some reason, I always get the smell of roach spray, like Raid roach spray. And to me, it deters me from wearing it, even though it's a great spring and summertime fragrance. I don't like wearing it because I don't like walking around smelling like bug spray. But everybody around me says that I smell wonderful. They say I smell, boy, what do you have on? That smells so good. It smells fresh, like you just got out the shower. I like the compliments, but me personally, when I'm walking around and I'm getting whiffs of this, all I'm smelling is Raid roach spray. Yeah, I had to realize that too. That what I was smelling, everybody else might not be smelling. It may smell different. Women was going crazy when I had on Mano Fresh. But every time I smelled it, it smelled like Raid roach spray. And I worn it. I might have worn it once since I bought it. And I haven't worn it since. Maybe twice. And I haven't worn it since. And I have a small bottle of it. It's like a 30 or 40 ml bottle. It's not very big. I just hate that Raid roach spray type smell. Well, since we're now down to 3 viewers and back at 4 now. It seems like nobody else has anything they want to add. Um, if there aren't any more questions or things you want to say about the fragrance of the day for me, Invictus Aqua, no other question about any other fragrance. I'm gonna hit up some places today I got paid and out of town, see if I can cop some good stuff. Well, if you find something, uh, let us all know, man. Hit me up in the comment section and let me know what you find. What I really wish you could do was maybe take some pictures of some stuff, or do a little short video and send it. I mean, you can find me on Facebook if you want to do a video message or something on Facebook. Show me what you see. My name is Keith Crook, KeithCrook. In the foreground, it's gonna be me in the picture with all white on. It's like a white and blue button up, some white shorts, some white shoes, with like a dove on the front. And then in the background, you're gonna see a picture of my son and my daughter standing together. Yeah, just either send some pictures of what you find or what you see in the store, or do a video or whatever, and let me know, man. I'm interested to find, especially in different. I'm in a country child support. I'm barely making it as is. I live paycheck to paycheck. I live in an hotel. What chick that's making money on Instagram or Facebook, whatever, that can do for herself? What the fuck can I do for her? Nothing. So I do like to have fun on my page, man. I post things. I like things. I like twerking. I like, to see the nice looking girls and stuff like that. So that's just me. That's just me. I'm going to post some funny stuff. I love the Avengers. And if you haven't seen that new trailer for the Avengers, it's on my page also. Check it out, man. If you're a comic book superhero fan, Avengers fan, check it out, man. And I will say this: Captain Marvel, in my opinion, was not a great movie like Avengers or Thor or any of that. I think Wonder Woman actually was better. The only scene in that movie that was great to me, that had me like hyped up, was when she finally powered up all the way and was in space and she was destroying all them spaceships. And I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it for people who haven't seen it, but that's the only part of the movie that I liked, was the end. Hopefully she'll have some bigger, better scenes in the next Avengers movie, Endgame, and we'll get more out of her. But I don't think that movie was that good, and I don't really have high hopes for Shazam either. Just from watching the trailers of it, it looks too kid-like. It don't look realistic. It don't look like a Superman or a Batman did, or Aquaman, or none of that. The character doesn't look believable. It doesn't look real. So, but I am gonna go see it because I am a Shazam fan. Anyway, I'm going to lunch. John, keep us informed if you find anything good, my friend.